What's going on, fellers?
What's going on?
Whoa.
Are we live?
It's me.
We got live.
It's me. It's me. It's that MATT. And riding with me, per always, these two jokers.
Jokers. We talking
Hi,
about
Jokers.
I'm Mike.
Hi, Mike. I'm Scott.
People leave satisfied in his lives. That's all I'm
Yes. That's all I gotta say.
Fuck you, Matt.
Well, I mean, they either leave pissed off or satisfied. Which one would you rather have?
Pissed
You
off.
Can't get no satisfaction. And I try. Oh, that's a bad song.
The only
All right.
one that needs to be satisfied is me, damn it.
And that very rarely happens.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Anyway, so we're going to talk today about Raw Rewind, but mostly we're going to talk about that draft, right? We're going to talk about the draft that happened starting last Friday and kind of wheeled itself into possibly the worst draft of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion.
Well, dude, if I could say, I think the draft has been shit ever since they got rid of the GMs. And I love the aspect between, in the beginning was Ric Flair and Vince McMahon. Then it was Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman. Then Eric Bischoff and Stephanie. And, who was against Teddy Long? Who was the other GM? I
know it's Bishop. Okay, he
said
Bischoff.
Bischoff, I think.
I think it was Bischoff still.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, and then, it was entertaining that way. It felt like they're actually fighting for talent.
Right.
Like it was a draft, an actual draft. But
I thought the lottery process was a better way of doing it.
What do you mean, when they won a match and then they got the pick?
Well, wasn't there a draft that they like almost took ping pong balls out of and you got whoever you got? Wasn't there a draft like that?
I remember the Royal Rumble being like that, but no.
The Royal Rumble was like that, yeah. But no. I don't know.
There might have been. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I mean, to me, like I want it to be a surprise, like I want it to be the holy shit moments. I don't like this. It's basically showing how scripted it really is. And that, to me, especially when Rob Van Dam can go out there with his card upside down.
What's up with you and poop stuff, man? You're into that, aren't you?
I'm gonna sit here and mind my own business.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna mind my own business. I'm gonna I'm gonna read about the draft.
All right, I'm sorry. All right, come on.
No, I don't know. I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be, but it being so scripted, I don't know. It just kind of takes the drama out of it.
Or at least have the executives from USA and Fox,
Yeah,
someone actually come down there for each thing and go, well, we picked, and actually be like, oh yeah, well, you picked that, I picked this person, and really make it.
I do like that concept, and you got, but you bring out all these stars and you just read 4 names off, and it's like, okay, now, but like you said, if you had Fox represented from Fox and represented from USA, then you come down and you do a draft like that, and that would be more realistic, if you want to say. Mm-hmm. And I think that would work.
Did you guys hear the rumors about HBO wanting to get Raw?
Really? Like that? Is that really a thing?
Yeah, they're interested, but they want it off Mondays.
Really?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I know. They're like gonna completely tear my whole childhood.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. I heard something about somebody wanting to take WWE, but I wasn't sure what station it was.
Yeah, I originally had heard that AEW was talking about going over to HBO Max as their streaming service.
I don't know.
That'd be good too. Maybe we could start watching pay-per-views for cheap.
Instead of paying $60 for a goddamn pay-per-view that has maybe two good matches.
$60 and they only literally get $50 of it.
Yeah.
So
night one of the draft, I was really hoping that Raw would get the first pick and take Roman. I really would love to see Roman get pushed to Monday Night Raw. But just for change of scenery kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't been on Raw in...
I mean, he just looks more like a SmackDown guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But that's just me.
I don't know. I'm just really hoping that you would have... I guess they did set it up for it to be Roman on SmackDown, staying there because Triple H debuted that new belt over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it would make sense for the debut of the belt to stay where it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just... I guess I'm turning into that fickle fan. That I just...
We're all fickle fans.
I think keeping Roman Reigns at SmackDown and then watching all the picks that SmackDown got compared to Raw, they're protecting him big time. You're gonna see him break some records, and because the roster over there compared to the roster over at Raw, in my opinion, there was more challenging people on Raw that could beat Roman more sensibly than there is over at on SmackDown. And that's my opinion. I think they are coddling that guy like a baby to protect so they can get that record.
I think I have an idea of who's going to beat him, but it's going
to be Cody.
I don't think so.
But how's Cody going to beat him when he's on Raw?
They already said they're subject to change.
Okay, well, maybe
and not only that, but right now we're looking at Roman possibly going all the way to 40 or longer.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I think it's gonna. I mean, if they just give him until the 1,000-day mark, I see Bobby Lashley beating him at SummerSlam.
Everybody says Bobby.
Well, I
see. I mean, all right. Think about this. So you do Survivor Series. You're gonna have your SmackDown versus Raw. Okay. And then you can have a SmackDown versus Raw main event where Cody gets his vengeance again. And if Cody wins, he gets put over to SmackDown with the titles.
Yeah.
But it's got to be Cody, though. Like, who else could it? Like, there's no story that's really... Cody can't win the World Heavyweight title.
Unless it's Jimmy.
Or, you mean Jay?
Yeah, Jay. Unless it's Jay.
I'll be fine with Jay.
Or Jay. Solo. Even Solo.
Solo needs to be a little bit longer before he does anything. Jay, I can kind of see. But, yeah.
No, I was going with Bobby because, Bobby's got that resume of beating Brock. And, like he just... The physical presence of him just makes more sense than anybody on that roster.
So, question for both of you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty much one of the only people so far who said this. Were you entertained by Bobby Lashley's reign as champion whatsoever? Because I sure the hell was not.
No, I have never been I tell my brother all the time, I have never been a fan of that guy.
Yes.
I hated him with when he was with that chick. I hated him with it when he was with MVP. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all of Bobby Lashley. And that the title run, no, I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not saying I'm a fan. I just think that he's the only one on that roster, on that SmackDown roster, that you put Roman and Bobby in a shoot fight. He's the only one, and he's the only one in that locker room on SmackDown that could legit shoot fight Roman and beat him.
I mean, and then you go real quick before I get on that. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Bobby. I like Bobby. I really do. I enjoy it, but just not his title reign. You know, I don't know, but they already kind of got a thing going with Adam Pearce with Brock. He can have the same problem with Roman. Do something like that. And once again, I said call outside help. Be like, you beat everybody. Actually, put everybody against them. You know, have them beat this person through all the way throughout the years. WrestleMania 40, he goes, well, you think you think you're smart, you think you're tough, you think you're big. Can you defeat someone you don't know? I'll smash anybody you bring towards me. And then you literally call outside the company. Someone like Kenny Omega or the names are not really good with me right now, but just find someone from another company. Do that working relationship, have them come over and win the championship against Roman.
I mean, is it out of the realm of possibility that at Mania 40, like that scenario happens and John Moxley's music hits?
Okay.
I mean,
the reason why I said I brought up Kenny's because that's a way to bring, like, even if it's a short-term contract, do a small little working relationship. That way people are going, wow, WWE is changing for the better. You never know who's going to show up. It's not going to be that predictable anymore.
Yeah.
Make it where people are going to go, holy shit, anybody can actually show up at this point in time. At any point in time.
That's
true. Because there's several people I'd like to see come over, like just for Kenny Omega, Moxley, MJF's talking 2024. I mean, would that be out of the realm of possibilities? Him show up?
You know what? I wouldn't mind if he actually did beat him for that title, because you know MJF is like that tricky little fuck that will, you guys have the bloodline, but guess what? You know, do that little fickle thing where he goes in there and he's like, talking this person through the bloodline, and then they kind of slowly start breaking apart, and then taking his side instead of Roman's.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. We should write it.
I mean, MJF's got that douchebag mentality, so I like him, but he's got that douchebag mentality.
He's better than you, and you know it.
Right.
He's better than me at being a fucking dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were the reigning, defending, undisputed champion.
I'm an asshole.
Okay. Okay. So you got the main title. He's the undercard. He's the mid card.
Oh man, he's light heavyweight.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a 24/7 title.
Okay. So I mean, so we got that kind of. So Cody was picked number 2. you had to not seen that coming. I mean, I think everyone in the room knew that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think that's why it's, for me, it's so difficult to watch at times, because it's so goddamn predictable. Just like once you saw Bianca get drafted to SmackDown, you knew Rhea was going to Raw. It was just kind of one of those things. You know what I mean? Like, once Becky got selected by Raw, you knew Steph was going to be on Raw. It was just one of those things. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of the way they're doing the draft. Like you said, I think it should be the TV executives coming down and like making it feel like, oh shit, they could do something.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you guys take about? I mean, how do you guys feel about this? You have the World Heavyweight Championship, and then you have the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. What if they change the names and the belt design of the women's and make one the women's World Heavyweight and women's WWE Championship?
Instead of saying Raw champion, SmackDown champion.
Just your thoughts. This actually just came to my mind last night, to be honest with you. So,
I think if you're going to do it for the men's, you should do it for the women's too. I wouldn't be against that. My thing is, can these titles go brand to brand? Can we have like the SummerSlam or the Survivor Series, and can the title that Roman Reigns is having, and then say Cody Rhodes wins this big badass title? Can it be swapped? Can this title move all over the place?
Yeah. Speaking of that, the NXT Championship, no matter what, it's going to either wind up on Raw or SmackDown at this point.
Sure.
Oh, the women's, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which, since Raw already has one, I think it's going to be going to SmackDown.
Or she's going to be. She'll hold the championship until the next NXT pay-per-view, and then she'll drop it.
Yeah, and I guess this stuff doesn't take effect until next month or something.
Right.
I thought it was supposed to. The roster changes start after Backlash.
May 6th, yeah. I think May 6th. Is that the Monday after Backlash?
When is Backlash?
May 8th. Saturday, yeah. So May 8th is when the things change back. Change the names change.
Okay. So the 8th.
Yeah. I honestly is it? Do you think we'll stick right with the whole women's division? Do you think that they have enough talent in the three brands to potentially give them their own show?
Give who?
The women's division their own show.
Own show?
Yeah. Or don't you think people would watch it? I'm just throwing stuff out there.
It's not that I don't think anybody would watch it. I think throwing another show right now when you have a bunch of wrestling going on right now is not the best idea. Because with AEW doing that too right now, I don't think it's a great idea whatsoever to be adding an extra show. If you're going to have all women's pay-per-views, one thing, but actually have a show, I think they would lose ratings hardcore. I mean, you're going to have your dedicated fans, but I don't see them doing it because people are already worn out through the week. I mean, we're watching wrestling Monday through Sunday.
Yeah.
So I like when I wake up and go, there's no wrestling on today. Yes.
Monday, yeah. Right. Just real quick shout out. JD Spradley's in the house. He was an indie wrestler. I'm gonna do an interview with him tonight. He has stage 4 cancer. He wanted to get back in the ring somehow. He wants to share his story. He's wrestled against New Jack. And I just want to give him a shout out. And so tonight at 8:00 on this same channels, come and check out the interview that I had with this guy. So thanks for coming in.
He wrestled against New Jack as well?
Yeah.
When?
JD, when was your New Jack experience?
But so the draft, let's see here.
And first call up to you, man, for your cancer. Hopefully you heal quick, man.
So I have one statement about the draft that I was blown away. That I guess I'm a fan, and maybe nobody else is a fan of this guy. But Braun Breaker, what the hell? Why is he still in NXT?
I said the same fucking thing.
I was like, I even scrolled through the guys. I even scrolled through the takes on who got back to who, and here he is, undrafted, still in NXT. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, he wasn't even given a free agent status.
No. That made zero sense.
The time to call him up, and then you're not even going to do it. Why?
Right.
Stupid.
I mean, I guess they're going to rather push your homeboy Omos to the moon instead of trying to get
I mean, I can see
Omos Sapiens arise. Sorry.
If they brought Braun Breaker to SmackDown, he could go against Solo. That'd be great. He could go against Roman. That'd be good. I don't know.
It's his time not done with the whole Carmelo Hayes situation. Is he gonna stick around so Melo has someone to go against? Because they gutted NXT. Really, they took Grayson Waller. Yeah. And I honestly can't wait to see him go blows with Austin Theory for that United States Championship.
That's be good.
I honestly think that they should have kept him in there for a little bit longer so he could have won the NXT Championship first and then that. But that's my
his promo that he had directly after being taken. Like, I'm surprised it took him this long to fucking draft me.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, why?
Yeah.
I'm like,
but if you've seen Grayson Waller this whole time without holding a championship at NXT, you're not going to see him anytime soon on the main roster.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to use him as like a?
He's amazing talent. Don't get me wrong. He's fucking amazing. He's great on the mic. He's like a young Randy Orton. Period. He's got that need. He's got that, that hunger for success. You can see it. But are they gonna do right by him? Or are they just gonna do exactly what they've done to everybody else they've ever called up?
I think he's not gonna be pushed to the moon as far as like Roman or anything. He's not gonna be thrown in that mix, but I think he's gonna get an opportunity at the United States Championship.
I think that he's probably not gonna get. You're not gonna see him with a championship for at least. I'm gonna call it right now. Between 2 to 3 years, then you'll see him with the championship.
Oh, that's a long time.
It's just a feeling I have. I mean, they didn't put the NXT championship on him, so like.
I mean, at least they're not bringing in Von Wagner.
Yeah.
The generic. Bree calls him the generic asshole.
Yeah, but Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker was a fucking shock not to call up. I think that was a dumb move.
I mean, he might have been. I mean, they're obviously going to throw that new championship on Seth Rollins. I mean, it's just
I'm going for Finn.
You know, that makes a lot of sense, too. I mean...
Because does Seth need it?
No. I've always said Seth can wrestle a mop and put on a 5-star match.
No. So, I don't know. What do you think, Scott?
Who's going to win that new title?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to probably go with Seth Rollins. I think he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't need it, but they're going to push him hard. But I think that who could go out? Who could go there? I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn splitting up and KO getting a shot. I like him. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I see there is friction between those guys, and especially with Matt Riddle in that mix, I think you're going to see a breakup of that sooner than later. Someone's going to get pissed off at Riddle being there, and who knows when does Randy Orton come back? Where does he come back at? So yeah, that's my take.
I love the comment that KO made. He goes, "Is it too late to get drafted to SmackDown?"
Yeah. Yes. Yes. He's just a smart. And then with Riddle being that storyline, now that it's away from the Usos,
mm-hmm.
I want to see what happens. You're going to see an explosion, I think, out of them. That whole group, and someone's going to get pissed. I bet it's going to be KO. And why not give him a shot? Why not put him in the mix for that title?
The way I see it is that you need to put a rematch against the website. What? I can't read it, man.
It says Mikey from the Life cereal commercial.
Dude, I'm gonna go. Hey, Mikey, he likes it.
All right, look at here, you wish version of Road Dogg Jesse James. Anyways, what I was trying to say is for this asshole decided to change my damn name. I didn't know you could do that. What was I going to say now?
Here we go. He's changing somebody else's name now. Watch this.
Oh. You need to put it against, do the rematch, like how they had for the Universal Championship. We've seen, and then Finn had to drop it. Do the rematch for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
It just makes sense for them to do. And they had an amazing match. Just makes sense for them to do it. I'm sorry, give me one second.
I mean, this is a dirt sheet. I hate listening to dirt sheets and shit like that, but they're out. They were talking about on a show I was listening to. I can't remember what the show was. About Roman Reigns, protecting Roman Reigns. He's gonna get injured or something like that, and he's gonna relinquish the belts until he gets done being injured and come back. That way, that'll give him his time off, and it won't do anything to his streak. I mean, I don't know how that's possible. So, I don't know if you guys heard that rumor or not, but it's been out there that they're gonna try to put him on like injuries, and he's gonna hand over the belts until it's over, or something like that. I don't
know. What's gonna go with the tag team championships?
They need to unify those and be just have it, because that's the one thing that the WWE tag team division as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough there to have for them to be, in my opinion, there's not enough depth in the WWE as far as tag team division to justify or to be able to have them on both shows. I think if you're a tag team, they should be able to go wherever those championships are. You know what I mean?
So I think what they need to do is do a lot of call-ups. You do a shit ton of call-ups because there's people still like waiting in line just to get into NXT.
Yeah.
Like you got now, and then in Denver did the hiring freeze where they can't hire anybody. Don't know why, but I don't know, dude. I don't know how they were so successful in the ruthless aggression era with the drafts and all that shit, and how great they did with it. But you have the same formula, but for some reason cannot get that same spark.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand it.
there is a lot needs to change.
Hmm.
And I don't know what specifically should change, but it's just, I feel like it's not where the WWE is not where it should be. It just feels like there's something missing. I don't know if that makes any sense. There's just something that doesn't seem like it's right.
Did you hear what I said, Scott?
What's about?
How can you have such a successful era like the ruthless aggression era? Had the brand split, you had amazing talent. How do you have the formula, yet you cannot recreate that spark we had back then?
It
like
has
you
to
had
not.
tag teams up the ass. Like,
Yep. It's all. I believe it's booking, writers. You need some people back there, Vince or whatever. He needs to get the fuck out of the business. Let the people that've been writing it do what they need to do or something. Because you're right, they have talent, big time talent, and you waste. I don't want to say wasted because the last 4 or 5 months of wrestling with tag team with the Usos and Zayn and all that was amazing. It was just incredible. The stories were great, but you have a lineup full of all these, and all we're focusing on is 2 tag teams. It makes zero sense. And then I mean, the tag teams on Raw are loaded. I mean, there's a bunch of them on there. I mean,
well, SmackDown finally got themselves a bunch of really nice. I mean, they got the OC coming back.
Yeah, what I was pissed off about it last night was they're just bringing in the LWO to help Bray against the Judgment Day, and then last night you split them up. That made no sense to me. I mean,
did they?
Yeah.
So all right.
I mean, that happened.
You still have Raw versus SmackDown eventually down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but
well, they say they have it listed that LWO
went to SmackDown last night.
Yes.
Okay.
New Day went to Raw last night. Yeah.
The Brawling Brutes, they stay on SmackDown.
Brawling Brutes stayed, yeah. Yep, that should be good.
Let's see.
Braun and Ricochet
even back then, you had more titles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the US, the IC.
Now,
yeah,
SmackDown got pretty deadly. I love those guys. I love them in NXT. So
it's gonna be pretty deadly against the Maximum Male models.
Oh God.
Okay.
Well, the Creed brothers, why weren't they brought up? Those guys are fucking badass.
Oh.
So
I think instead of doing, I think a smart way the way to do this whole draft thing is, I think if they had a working relationship with others,
yeah.
If you had AEW, Impact, WWE, New Japan, everybody, and you had a draft that way, that would work a lot fucking better right now. But they need to bring in like fans, like us to do the writing, because obviously these guys don't know what the fuck they're doing.
As I was sitting watching the draft last night and on Friday night, I thought to myself, they're trying to amp up Raw because let's face it, SmackDown's been blowing Raw out of the water for months, in my opinion.
For years, actually.
Yeah. So now let's try to
Raw guy.
Now let's try to get all the big guys into the Raw but I don't know. I agree. They have to do something with the draft if they're going to continue doing it because it was not. I don't know.
I think going back to what we were saying earlier about who could potentially win that heavyweight championship. Shinsuke Nakamura, I think, would be a perfect champion as well. His promo he had with The Miz was one of the more entertaining ones I fucking loved it. Like that, where he got The Miz thinking that what he was saying is a good thing. He goes, no, it means man with the tiny balls. I mean, I just thought that was the fucking greatest thing ever. Like, all right.
I just thought about this question. You guys, what's the more important belt now? Is it the one that's going to be on Raw? Or is it the one that's going to be held by Roman Reigns till WrestleMania 40?
I think they're both important in their own aspect.
Okay.
The WWE title has been held for that long before. Not the Universal, but Universal is like a new title. And remember, the Universal title had no meaning whatsoever to it. That was a new belt. This belt we got now is not a new belt. This is a revamp of the World Heavyweight title, and people are going to learn that it has history behind it already.
I've seen that post that you put on TikTok about that. I agree.
Yeah, and they're just they're just did a revamp of it, and people that want big gold understand. NWA had a big gold. WCW had a big gold.
Right.
We had Wolfpack and NWO variants of the big gold. You had WWE variant of big gold. It's just another variant. That's all it is. We've seen big gold so many times in the same design, and it's a gorgeous belt. Trust me, it is. But changing it up, making it look different, it's fine. Do I like the big WWE in the middle? No, I don't. But it's different. It's new. It's a new design. And guess what, guys? Give it another 5, 6, 7 years. They're going to redo it again. It's going to be a different belt again. Enough people complain about it.
Are they going to give Roman Reigns a new belt just to take away the red or the blue and red or blue and black?
I think after Backlash, we might be seeing a new title.
Yeah, I think they're leaning that way, especially the way Paul Heyman was talking last night as well. Like he's like basically saying, why does this person get this new belt? I think it would look really nice on and really relevant on the tribal chief himself. And I think they're kind of hinting that he's going to get a new belt.
Yeah, WWE kind of screwed up when Paul going out there saying what he said, because he kind of bashed that title.
Yeah,
he did. Oh yeah. He showed no respect for anybody when taking a phone call in the middle of the ring. Roman Reigns, blah 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 blah. That was an entertaining segment. To be honest,
I like that. And I can see Seth winning it. And if you do a SmackDown versus Raw, you can have Seth champion versus champion.
Yeah.
And who's the better champion, Seth Rollins and the title's not on the line. And then you could have Seth Rollins be the first person to pin him in years.
Since Baron Corbin.
Was he the last? He was the last one.
Yeah.
But remember, Jay Uso also was one of the last people to pin him too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that they could do with it. And, I know your favorite belt of all time is that Undisputed Championship. That's
it's a beautiful design. I mean,
what would you think if they brought a variant of that back for Roman?
this fucking gigantic.
That is sick. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, it
well-
does. The one thing I love, it's got like, hold on. Let me get this light and then bring it down some here. There. I don't want too much shine. All right, so you have little aspects of big gold in it, the design around it. Then you still had the eagle from the spinner belt. You had the world from the big eagle. You know, there's different aspects from different belts in this title. And this right now, me and Cam both agree that this right here is probably one of the cleanest designs they've made. To me, this is even better than the big gold. You know,
Gotcha.
period. Doesn't have as much legacy to it. Well, big gold was kind of unified with this. But yeah, that's. I think it's one of the cleanest designs they have. The ones we have now are big, gigantic W's with diamonds in it, and every title looks the same. The women's titles look the same. The men's title, the Universal, the WWE, every title was kind of going based on. Even that one for the Greatest Royal Rumble looked just like it. Just had more artistic look inside of it. That's it.
But do you think they bring some variant of that title back for Roman, or do you think they go something artsy, like make it look like a piece of art? Like,
I think if they're gonna do it, they need to bring a whole new title. Not like there was a concept of like kind of a winged eagle but still keep the same shape of the current one we have, but it'd be an eagle in it with the eagles coming out, like the wings coming out. I don't think that'd be a good. I mean, it's a nice design, but we need championships to look like championships again.
Yeah,
that's it. Not toys.
Well, if they did the whole wing thing, it would almost look like the Divas Championship when they did that fucking butterfly design.
Yeah, I got that one too. So,
where do you get your belts at?
Some came from WWE Shop, some came from belt makers, and then some came from just like, you know, like for instance, this one right here came from like ones that you wouldn't typically see that you can't get.
Yeah,
came from I believe I got this one off eBay.
Gotcha.
You bought a couple of them from Pakistan, right?
Yeah. This is a Pakistan belt.
Gotcha. Nice.
So I mean, it's just thin. That's the only thing. But I mean, you can't find that title.
Right.
They never made a replica.
Old JB sent me a picture of his new belt he bought. He bought a an original winged eagle with the WWF logo on it.
Yeah, I seen that in one of his videos. I've been trying to talk to him. He's been ignoring me, so I don't know.
No, he's supposedly staying away from TikTok as far as like making videos and stuff. So
no, he made one with his winged eagle.
Last week he did.
Yeah, well, he told me that he wants to stay away for a little bit and just kind of focus on.
No,
focus on stuff.
I messaged him on Snap.
Oh.
He's seen it. I was like, "Hey man, how you doing? I hope you're doing well." And he's seen it, but never responded to me. So, no hard feelings. I mean,
yeah, right.
So, well, we kind of like jumped all over the place.
I'm sorry, guys.
No. That's on me. Like, overall, the show wasn't that exciting to me last night. I think that's why I wanted to concentrate on on what we thought about the draft and actually just shoot the shit instead of covering the product that was the show last night.
The draft was, I mean, on both shows, I mean, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't going to be like, well, that was one of the best shows we've seen in a long time. I mean, we couldn't really think of anything like what it couldn't have been anything different than what it was. You know.
Right. I'm just curious of what storylines are going to start up now that we got a shake up, you know, and
There's rumors that says that AJ Styles will be the next victim to Roman.
I heard that too. I still want the OC to come down to Cam disagrees with me on this, but me, I'm nostalgic. I would love for Kevin Nash to come down and give them the okay that they would be the new NWO. Have them come down to the music and the whole fucking nine.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be sick.
Speaking of NWO, there was a question I saw on. We can end with this question. I saw it on Facebook. I don't recall what page it was on. Do you feel that the NWO would be successful, like the creation of it, like the idea of it, the first original story, be something that would be able to survive in today's wrestling?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Why not?
Well, I'm just saying, like, do you think it would work?
You mean with kayfabe being dead?
Yeah.
With nowadays wrestlers not keeping kayfabe, probably not. But if they kept kayfabe, and would it be okay to do in this era? Yeah. People always go, well, you know, they look at stuff from like, you know, the 90s going, that wouldn't work today. Today is, yeah, it would work. You just gotta have people stop being fucking pussies and just go and let's just do what we normally do and put on a damn show.
I think with the right people, it can work.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Go ahead, Scott.
No, you'd have to have the right people to work it. You know, I just think it really.
I think what it needs is that people. I've said this for the last couple of years. The dirt sheets have ruined professional wrestling. I hate Dave Meltzer. I hate the dirt sheet guys who have made it so where their word's gospel. That being said, I think it would work if they kept everything a secret. I think it would work if they could keep it off the dirt sheets. If you could keep everything away from the dirt sheets and have the surprise turn heel, like the Hogan turn heel. I think if they just kept it off the dirt sheets, it would work.
The reason why it winds up on dirt sheets is because everybody's so scripted. If it was me, let's say it was you, me, Scott, and a handful of people from Wrestle Talk, we were doing it. It'd be a closed meeting. And then we would tell people when the matches are about to happen, you're going over, you're doing this. I want you to go out there and cut a promo. Where's my script? Your mouth is your script. Go out there and do it.
Oh.
That's it.
And obviously, we wouldn't let Phil the future in because I give him.
Guys, guess what? Bianca Belair is going to AEW.
That is good. That impression is good, man.
I give him shit all the time.
I'd give Phil the fake stuff like, hey Phil, yeah, this is just the inside thing. He'd be like, oh guys, did you guys hear about this? And then something else will happen.
He doesn't watch this, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Phil.
Phil's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's the little brother I didn't ever want.
He's the little brother I wish my mother would have swallowed. Sorry. Anyway.
I can't say that about my brother because he's right over here. There. No, we're good. But
See, this is what the bullshit I have to deal with.
who, me?
Yeah.
I just agreed with Mike.
See, he agreed with you that I should never have been born.
No, you didn't.
Well,
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I said I can't say nothing like that because my lovely brother's right over here.
No. See, now he's kissing my ass. See?
Well, better than kissing your box, I guess. Anyway,
never mind. We've gone full circle in the 51 minutes we've been talking.
There's going to be a weak phone call of Matt going, "Oh, why would you do that to me? Why would you say that?"
No, see, the thing is, I'm not. Never mind. I'm not a certain bug, if you will.
certain bug.
I don't want to say the person's name.
I know.
Cat ears. All I gotta say is cat ears.
With a D?
No.
No?
On her fucking.
You have to tell me when we get off here.
That was a funny live. I thought she was going to cry. But anyway.
Jen Bug is extremely sensitive.
Oh, my God.
Jenny Bug?
Mike was making fun of her earphones, and she fucking lost her shit.
Told her to get her fucking money back is what she needed to do. Jeez.
They have fucking cat ears on the top of her headphones, and they light up.
She's
like,
weird.
how old are you?
My granddaughter is 4 years old. Had a pair of those. So.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I still play Pokemon, man. So, like, dude, I'm 37 years old. So, I mean.
Well, that's a game. You're not running around wearing fucking Pikachu fucking headphones.
How do you know? You don't want to play Pokemon, or do you?
You don't know what I do on my spare time, man. I run around
Pikachu,
bro. Right?
He's gonna get off this podcast, get out of the yellow jumpsuit, and run around as Pikachu.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Mike to do that.
All right, man. You gonna close this up?
All right.
Oh yeah, whatever you're ready, man.
All right, it's his show.
It's so far fucking gone right now. It's not even funny. So join me tomorrow, same time for Beyond the Mat. We have Haley coming on. We're going to be talking about just life in general and that kind of stuff. Just come and check us out for an hour. We play a game at the end, and yeah, thank you for everyone stopping by. Appreciate you all, and have a great rest of your day. And kids, stay off crack.
Why?
I love crack.